up, all my fight fans? I want to tell you guys a little something what's going on. So Nate Diaz, we had a long conversation back in September 10th with the whole Hamzat and Nate Diaz and Tony Ferguson fiasco. You guys know what's going on. Nate Diaz wants out of his contract. He fought the last fight of his contract. The UFC has been trying their best to renegotiate with Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz doesn't want it. He doesn't want no more money. He wants to be a free man. We all know this. Guess what I just heard? I believe this came from Ariel Helwani. I don't know how true this is, guys, but I heard they put a 90-day either a hold or some kind of extension on Nate Diaz's contract. And let me say this. This just so happens to be the very, very first time the UFC has ever done this. A 90-day hold to where Nate Diaz cannot negotiate or talk to any other organization, whether it's bare knuckle, whether it's Bellator, whether it's ONE, whether maybe a negotiate contract with boxing. He can't do none of that for 90 days. And they also have the power that if they want to, they can offer Nate Diaz a fight within that 90 days. And if Nate Diaz decides not to take it, they can extend his contract for a whole year. Guys, what am I fucking missing? Let the man go. Are you guys serious right now? The UFC, are you serious right now? He wants to go. Why are you trying to keep him here? Why are you holding it? This would be, if this was like a regular thing that the UFC normally does, if the UFC normally does this kind of thing with all its fighters, with all its organizations and such like that, with everybody else, then fine, we can see that. But being the fact that they tried over and over and over again, multiple times to get this guy to stay, and he didn't want to stay. They tried to screw him over at the UFC 279 against Hamzat Chimaev. That did not work. Hamzat decided to miss weight. And yes, I say decided to miss weight. Not he couldn't make weight, decided to miss weight because he knew how much weight he had. He knew how much time he had. He is a fighter. He's a professional. You knew how much time. If you came into that camp overweight, you knew you weren't going to make it. That's on you. That's not on anybody else. If you decided to eat more, that's on you. So Hamzat decided to miss weight, decided not to take this fight seriously. So there you go. They tried to screw him. It did not work. Nate got a win. Nate looked good. Now he's ready to go away. Like he's always wanted, like he's always mentioned. He's mentioned this a couple of times, more and more and more. He wants to leave. And now they are going to try to screw him again. 90-day hold. And try to offer him a fight. Like, are you serious? What is going on? Why can't you just let him go? Because I am super serious about this. There is no bigger star outside of Conor McGregor than Nate Diaz. And that is why the UFC will not let him go. That is why anybody else, go ahead. You want to leave? Bye. Bye. See you later. They're just refusing to mention that. They're refusing to give Nate Diaz his props. You know, they will say things like, oh, he is good. He's always has a home here and such and such and such. But they refuse to give him that kind of shine, saying, yeah, Nate Diaz is our biggest star. Because they don't want him to sign anywhere else. UFC, he just wants to do his own thing for a while. If maybe if you guys gave him like more of an open contract where he is allowed to go box, where he is allowed to go fight in other organizations like in ONE, like in Bellator, you know, whether he's allowed to do these type of things where he's able to roam free, then maybe he would resign. But he doesn't want to resign because he's going to be trapped. And the UFC likes to sign their fighters to 10, like 8, 9, 10 fight deals, which is by the time they're out of their contract, they are well into their 40s. And they're not able to advance out into other different areas to get more money. And that's what Nate Diaz wants. And I get what all these UFC company men are saying, oh, he's not going to get more money than anybody else. I'm sorry to say this, guys, but yes, he can. He can get more money in boxing. You could put 3 Conor McGregor fights and it still won't equal the amount that he's going to make when it comes to boxing. When he boxes, if you were to box Jake Paul twice, I promise you, he would need to do all his 10 fights, all his UFC fights he's ever done, combine them all, and he still won't make as much as he would boxing. That's it. And that's what he wants to do. That's what he knows. Nate Diaz is a smart businessman. He knows what's up. He knows how things go. That's what he needs to do. He wants to go box. He wants to go do his own thing. So why won't they let him go do his own thing? Why are they trying to keep him? Why are they trying to refrain him from negotiating with other organizations? That's it. It's over with. Why are you trying to hold him? Now, they haven't offered him a fight yet. My money says they're going to try to offer him Conor McGregor because right now they wanted to extend a little more time for Conor McGregor to be healthy. Right now he's looking healthy. He's looking obviously really jacked, really huge. Who knows what's going to happen there? Who knows when he's ever going to come back? Looks like Nate Diaz is not going to be able to do anything till the end of the year. And maybe by that time they'll have more word on Conor McGregor. So they have not offered him a fight yet. Not that I know of. They haven't done that. They're just saying that there's a possibility that they could, and they have the right to do that. Like they have the right to do a 90-day hold on his contract. But if they decide to do that, that would be the biggest slap in the face. Because if Nate Diaz decides not to take it, guess what? They extended a year. Maybe, or 6 months to a year, I believe. So that means Nate Diaz cannot do his own thing for another 6 months to a year. It's like, what is going on? I hope all the UFC fighters are seeing this. Like, if you become a superstar, this is what's going to happen to you. You know, maybe if you're not worth anything, maybe they'll just let you go. But this is what's going to happen to you. This is the kind of thing, this is the kind of crap that you got to deal with when you want to leave the organization. They're trying to say, oh, they're free agents, they're independent contractors. Well, why don't you let them go be independent somewhere else? That's my main problem. Not just because I'm an Nate Diaz fan, but because it almost feels like you're trying to like really keep him from making all kinds of money anywhere else. And that's very sad. No other organization has ever done that. NFL, you know, when they're done with their contract, they have the ability to go see what other teams they can make money with. Same thing with MLB. Same thing with NBA. Everybody has that availability to do that. Of course, you have the right to offer him more money, but if there's somewhere else that could give him more money than you can, then they have the right to go do that. But it seems like no, they want to keep him to make money just here, right here, nowhere else. Nowhere else. And to me, guys, that's bullshit. So I really hope they get this settled. I really hope Nate Diaz can be a free agent. I really hope Nate Diaz can make his own money elsewhere. That's just my personal opinion. I'd like to hear what your guys' opinion is when it comes to Nate Diaz in this whole contract issue again. Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.